Good morning, aspirants. Welcome to Daily Current Affairs Analysis brought to you by Shankar IAS Academy. Today's date is 1st of July 2025, and these are the topics we have taken up for today's discussion. There are totally 7 topics in this video. So, these are the topics we are going to discuss in this video. Now, let us get into the discussion. Now, look at this article. Ministry of Commerce and Industry has set up a National Turmeric Board. The headquarters of this National Turmeric Board is in Nizamabad in Telangana. So, in this context, let us discuss the basic facts about National Turmeric Board. The aim of creating this National Turmeric Board is to boost the turmeric farming in India and to help to increase the farmers' income. So, by the creation of this National Turmeric Board, India now has 6 crop specific boards. There were National Board for tea, coffee, rubber, spices, and tobacco, and now there was National Board for turmeric. So, there were 6 crop specific National Board for 6 crops. This National Turmeric Board will include a chairperson who is appointed by central government. It also has officials from various ministries. Officials from ministries like Ministry of Ayush, Pharmaceuticals, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare, and Ministry of Commerce. Also, senior officials from 3 states were included in this National Turmeric Board, and the states were rotated regularly. So the goal of this National Turmeric Board is to support the turmeric farmers across 20 states where turmeric was cultivated. This board will also encourage research and development for creating new turmeric based products. It will also add value for both Indian and global markets for turmeric, and it will also spread awareness about turmeric health benefits. So these are important goals of National Turmeric Board. Now let us see some key facts about turmeric. Turmeric comes from the underground stem called Curcuma longa plant, which belongs to ginger family. So the main component of this turmeric is curcumin. This curcumin is a chemical compound which gives yellow color to the turmeric. And this curcumin has important healing properties which includes anti-inflammatory properties, antioxidant and antimicrobial properties. Anti-inflammatory means it fights against the inflammation, and antioxidant means it fights against the free radicals in the body, and antimicrobial means it fights against the viruses, bacteria, or other microorganisms. So this curcumin is an important chemical component in turmeric which has numerous health benefits. Now let us see the cultivation of turmeric. There were over 30 types of turmeric cultivated in over 20 states in India. The top producers of turmeric were Maharashtra, Telangana, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu. So please note that the top producers of turmeric in India were southern states. India is the largest producer and exporter of turmeric in the world. So the number one producer of turmeric in the world is India. In 2023 alone, India produced 75% of world's turmeric production. Now let us see some GI tag for turmeric varieties. As I said earlier, there were over 30 varieties of turmeric cultivated in India in more than 20 states. So there were 4 turmeric varieties which were given GI tag: Lakadang turmeric variety in Meghalaya, Kandamal variety in Odisha, Erode turmeric in Tamil Nadu, Armoor variety in Telangana. So these are some of the turmeric varieties for which GI tag is given. So with this, let us conclude the discussion and let us see an MCQ related to this topic. Which of the countries are the leading producer of turmeric? The correct answer is India. India is the leading producer, user and exporter of turmeric in the world. So now let us move on to the next news article discussion. Now look at this news article. Delhi Chief Minister has asked the officials to find locations near dairy clusters for setting up bio-CNG plants. So Delhi government is planning to set up bio-CNG plants near dairy clusters. So dairy industries and dairy farms have organic waste and agricultural waste which can be used to create bio-CNG. So this is why the Delhi government is trying to find locations for bio-CNG plants. Now aim of creating this bio-CNG plant is to convert the cow dung into clean energy. So this will be useful to reduce the Yamuna river pollution, and this will also help us to promote the green energy and to achieve our climate targets. So bio-CNG is a renewable and green energy which can be used to achieve the climate targets for India. So in this context, let us discuss the basics of bio-CNG, what is bio-CNG, how it is produced, and what are the benefits of bio-CNG over other fuels, and what are the government initiatives for bio-CNG. So these are the things we are going to discuss here. Bio-CNG is a clean fuel which is made from organic waste. For example, the organic waste like cow dung, food waste, and agricultural waste can be used to make bio-CNG. Bio-CNG is basically compressed biogas. So it is nothing but a biogas or purified biogas. This bio-CNG is made up of 90% methane. So 90% of this bio-CNG is just methane, and it is similar to the natural gas. So this can be used as a green alternative to petrol or diesel. Now let us see the production of this bio-CNG. First, the waste is collected. The waste like cow dung or food waste or agricultural residues are collected and put it in a tank. In this tank, it is a closed container where the anaerobic digestion happens. So the microorganisms break down this organic waste in the absence of oxygen, and they create the raw biogas. So this raw biogas is again purified to create the bio-CNG, because this raw biogas only contains 50 to 60% of methane. After purification, it becomes 90% methane because the carbon dioxide, sulfur, moisture are removed from this biogas, and it becomes 90% methane content. So this gas is compressed and it is called as bio-CNG. So first the waste is collected, then it is allowed to anaerobic digestion, and then it is purified and then compressed. So this is how bio-CNG is produced, and the raw material for this bio-CNG production is cow dung or food waste or agricultural residue or any organic waste. Now let us see the benefits of bio-CNG. It is a eco-friendly fuel, which means it reduces the methane emissions. Methane is a greenhouse gas. It is also effective waste management. See, it converts the organic waste like cow waste, food waste, and agricultural residue into useful fuel. It also reduces air and water pollution. Because agricultural waste is used to produce bio-CNG, it helps to prevent the stubble burning and improper disposal of waste. So this will reduce the pollution in Yamuna river. So thereby it reduces air and water pollution. Also, the byproduct of this bio-CNG production is a waste material which can be used as a organic fertilizer. So the leftover slurry after this bio-CNG production can be used as a organic manure, and this can improve the soil health. So the byproduct is a fertilizer. It reduces air and water pollution. It helps for effective waste management, and it is a eco-friendly fuel. So these are the benefits of bio-CNG. Now let us see some government initiatives which support bio-CNG. One is SATAT scheme, which was introduced in 2018 by Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. The full form for this SATAT scheme is Sustainable Alternative Towards Affordable Transportation. So the goal of this scheme is to set up 5,000 bio-CNG plants in India by 2025. Next one is Gobar Dhan scheme, which was also introduced in 2018. It is introduced by Ministry of Jal Shakti under Swachh Bharat Gramin Mission. The full form for this Gobar Dhan scheme is Galvanizing Organic Bioagro Resources Dhan. So it focuses on encouraging biogas production from cattle dung and organic waste in villages. Next one is National Bioenergy Program, which was implemented by Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, and this provides financial subsidies for setting up large bio-CNG plants. States like Punjab, Haryana, Maharashtra, and Delhi are promoting bio-CNG plants, and they are giving financial subsidies. This is to reduce the stubble burning, because agricultural residue from the farms can be used to produce bio-CNG. So this can potentially reduce the stubble burning in these states. So these are the things about the stubble burning. We have discussed about what is bio-CNG, what is What are the government initiatives for bio-CNG, the protection of bio-CNG, and the benefits of them. So with this, let us discuss an MCQ related to this article. With reference to bio-CNG, consider the following statements. It has a methane content higher than raw biogas. Yes, this statement is correct because raw biogas only has 50 to 60% of methane, but the bio-CNG has 90% methane. The second statement is incorrect. It is not a byproduct of petroleum refining. It is produced from organic waste. The third statement is correct. Bioslurry from bio-CNG production can be used as organic fertilizer. So the byproduct of this bio-CNG production can be used as organic fertilizer. So the correct answer is option A, 1 and 3 only. With this, let us move on to the next news article. Now look at this article. Ladakh administration has marked 52 villages along the line of actual control as reserved areas. So these 52 villages along the border with China have been marked as reserved areas. Now what does this reserved area mean? The residents of these reserved areas or reserved villages will get the same benefits which apply to India's standard reservation system. So they will get quotas in government jobs, seats in colleges, scholarships, and coaching assistance. And these villages will also get extra focused development projects. So projects like roadways, healthcare services, and livelihood schemes. So this is why these 52 villages have been marked as reserved area by Ladakh Union Territory Administration. And this is based on the findings of one member commission headed by Justice Bansilal Bhatt. Now the legal backing for this reserved areas is from Ladakh Reservation Amendment Regulation 2025. So this Ladakh Reservation Regulation 2025 has replaced the earlier law, which is Jammu and Kashmir Reservation Act of 2004. Now why these border villages have been marked as reserved areas? This is because the people in border villages often face restricted mobility, they have reduced security risk, they have limited economic opportunity, and also they are not close to the sensitive frontiers. So in order to give them more access to important facilities and give them more security and economic opportunities, these villages have been marked as reserved areas. Now what is LOC and LAC, which is mentioned in the news article? Line of control, which is between India and Pakistan, and line of actual control between India and China. This line of control was created after 1971 Indo-Pakistan War, and it was formalized in Shimla Agreement, which was signed in 1970. This line of actual control is formed after 1962 Indo-China War. This line of control passes through Jammu and Kashmir region. Line of actual control passes through western sector, which is Ladakh, middle sector, Uttarakhand and Himachal Pradesh, and eastern sector, Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh. So this is about the basics of line of control and line of actual control. With this, let us discuss an MCQ related to this article. Consider the following statements regarding line of actual control. It was drawn after Indo-China War of 1962. Yes, the statement is correct. Uttar Pradesh and Sikkim forms eastern sector of LAC. The statement is incorrect. Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim only forms the eastern sector of LAC. LAC is well demarcated in 1999. This statement is also incorrect. It is originally formed after 1962 and it was not well demarcated till now. So statement 2 and 3 are incorrect and only 1 is correct. So the correct answer is option A. With this, let us move on to the next news article discussion. Now look at this article. Recent studies have showed that harmful chemicals from plastic waste are entering the human body and they are causing hormonal imbalances, fertility problems, and many chronic diseases. So these harmful chemicals from plastic waste are called endocrine disrupting chemicals, simply called as EDC. So these endocrine disrupting chemicals can cause hormonal imbalances, fertility problems, and diseases like obesity, diabetes, and cancer. As India is the largest generator of plastic waste globally, so this can become a major health crisis for India. So the article is demanding that there should be stricter laws and greater public awareness about this plastic waste. So in this context, let us discuss about the impacts of endocrine disrupting chemicals and about the legal and policy framework in India to curb the plastic pollution. Endocrine disrupting chemicals are toxic chemicals which interfere with the body's hormone system. Examples like bisphenol A, phthalates, PFAS, which are also called as forever chemicals because they will not easily degrade in the environment and they will remain forever in soil, water, or air. So, these bisphenol A or phthalates are called as endocrine disrupting chemicals and they are produced from the plastic waste. These endocrine disrupting chemicals will block the hormones like estrogen, testosterone, or thyroid hormones, and they can lead to reproductive issues, metabolic disorders, and they can also increase the risk of cancer. So, these endocrine disrupting chemicals are found in plastic water bottles, cosmetic items, thermal paper, food packaging, and non-stick cookware. So, these are the sources of this endocrine disrupting chemicals. Now, let us see India's legal and policy framework for plastic pollution. The most important one was Plastic Waste Management Rules, which was introduced in 2016 and updated in 2022 and 24. So, this Plastic Waste Management Rules has an important factor called extended producer responsibility. So, this means the producer has a responsibility to collect and recycle the plastic waste. Then there is single use plastic ban, which is also introduced under this Plastic Waste Management Rules, and also digital tracking of plastic waste. Next one is Environment Protection Act of 1986. It is a parent law under which plastic waste management rules are created. And Swachh Bharat mission also focuses on urban sanitation and solid waste management. There are many state action plans on plastic waste. So they are implemented by the respective state pollution control board. The National Green Tribunal also acts as a watchdog for curbing the plastic pollution. NGT sometimes take action against the states for not complying with the waste rules. So this is all about the discussion regarding the policy framework for plastic pollution in India. Now look at this prelims practice question. Which of the following chemicals are commonly classified as endocrine disrupting chemicals found in plastic products? Bisphenol A, phthalates, PFAS, DDT. So the first three are correct. The fourth one is incorrect. So the correct answer is option A. With this, let us move on to the next news article discussion. Now look at this news. A major genome study which involved more than 9,000 individuals across India has uncovered 180 million genetic variants. So this highlights India's rich genetic diversity. This study also found that archaic Denisovan gene variants, who are particularly in East and Northeast India, contribute to adaptive immune response. So this is about a genome study in India. And in this context, let us discuss the basics of Genome India project and IndiGen project and Human Genome project. So these are some of the important projects about the genome sequencing and genome study. Firstly, about the Genome India project, it is launched by Department of Biotechnology in 2020. The aim of this Genome India project is to sequence the genomes of 10,000 Indian individuals to create a comprehensive India's genomic diversity catalog. So it is about creating a database about genomic diversity of India. So this helps to understand the population specific genetic predisposition to various diseases, and it also helps in drug discovery and genome wide association studies. So this will help us to create precision medicine for each diseases or genetic diseases. Next one is IndiGen project. It is launched by Council of Scientific and Industrial Research CSIR. The purpose of this project is to document genetic variation among various Indian populations. This project provided one of the first large-scale insights into population-specific genetic structure in India. Next one is Human Genome Project. It was launched in 1990 and it was completed in 2003. It is an international collaboration project led by US National Institute of Health. The goal of this project is to sequence entire 3 billion base pairs of human genome. It laid the foundation for genomic medicine and it also enabled identification of disease-related genes. So this helps us to understand the genetic diseases and create medicines for genetic diseases. So these are some of the important genome projects. Now what is genome sequencing? There is also a previous year prelims question about this genome sequencing. Genome sequencing is a method which determines the complete DNA sequence of an organism's genome at a single time. So it is determining the DNA sequence of an organism. So this will help to identify the genetic disorders in the organism. It will help to create personalized medicine and targeted therapy for those diseases, and it will be useful in ancestry and evolutionary studies. Now look at prelims practice question regarding this topic. With reference to genomic research in India, consider the following statements. The Genome India project aims to sequence genomes of over 1 lakh Indian citizens. Yes, this statement is correct. Indigen project was initiated by Department of Biotechnology. The statement is incorrect. It was a project of CSIR. Look at the third statement. Genome sequencing can help in early diagnosis of genetic disorders. Yes, this statement is correct. Denisovan gene variants found in Indian population suggest ancient inbreeding and possible adaptive advantages. Yes, this statement is also correct. This is discussed in the news article. So the correct answer is option C. With this, let us move on to the next news article. Now look at this article. Finance Minister has introduced the income tax bill in 2025 this year in Parliament, and he is replacing the Income Tax Act of 1961, which was in force for over 6 decades. So what has been changed and what remains unchanged in this new Income Tax Bill 2025? This new bill aims to simplify and modernize India's direct taxation system. It also aims to enhance the digital enforcement powers of tax authorities and also aligning the tax provisions with the emerging financial practices. Now let us see what are the changes brought by this new income tax bill of 2025. Firstly, about the structural and legal reforms. This bill has longer sections, it has more number of sections, but it is shorter in content. So this is easier to understand due to the removal of complex provisions. It also introduced the tax slabs, deductions and provisions, and they are shown in structured table format for clarity. So it has simplified the direct taxation system. It also replaced the outdated terms like assessment year with the tax year. So there is also unified terminology in this new tax bill. All the TDS related provisions are now consolidated under the same section for easier understanding. So these are some of the structural reforms in the new income tax bill. This bill also enhanced the digital surveillance powers. Tax authorities can now access your email, social media, and also WhatsApp during their investigation. So this allows officials to investigate even the undisclosed digital transactions and not just the physical asset. The budget 2025 provisions are also incorporated into this new income tax bill. The liberal tax slabs which was introduced like 0% tax up to 12 lakh salary were also incorporated into this new income tax bill. So these are some of the key points regarding this income tax bill of 2025, and this is a mains practice question. Interested aspirants can try to answer it. With this, let us move on to the next news article. Now look at this article. Election Commission of India has initiated delisting of more than 300 registered unrecognized political parties. These parties have not contested elections in the past 6 years and they cannot be physically traced. So Election Commission has initiated delisting of these political parties. This move of Election Commission aims to prevent the misuse of tax exemptions and electoral privilege by these parties. So this is a larger cleanup of inactive political parties from the electoral rolls. Now in this context, we are going to discuss some of the basic things. What are the registered political parties? What is the procedure for registration of political party? How national parties and state parties are registered? And what are the benefits of registering the political party? And what are called the registered unrecognized political party? So all these things we are going to learn in this discussion. Firstly, about the registered political party. A political party is an association of individuals which is formed voluntarily to attain political power through democratic elections. So this is a political party. And this registration of political party in India is governed by Section 29A of Representation of People Act 1951. So the Section 29A of this RPA Act 1951 governs the registration of political parties. So anyone can form the political party and they can try to register it with election commission because it is guaranteed fundamental right under right to form association in article 19(1)(c) of our constitution. Now what is the procedure for registration of this political party? The election commission is empowered under article 324 and section 29 of RPA Act. So under this article 324 and Representation of People Act, election commission has the power to register the political party. The political party should apply for registration within 30 days of its formation. After the successful verification by election commission, the party is registered as registered unrecognized political party, RUPP. So what is this RUP? This registered unrecognized political parties are those parties which are registered with election commission but not have met the criteria to become a state party or national party. So they are just a simple political party, but not a state party or a national political party. So those parties are called as registered unrecognized political party. As of May 2025, there are more than 2,800 RUPPs in India. Only 750 of them have contested in last general election. These registered unrecognized political parties have many benefits. They can enjoy tax exemptions. So election commission is delisting some of the RUPPs who have not contested the elections in the past 6 years. This is to prevent them from enjoying the tax exemption. Now let us see how a national party and state party is recognized. If a political party has to get the recognition of a state party, they have to meet the following criteria. They have to win 6% of votes and 2 assembly seats in general election, or they have to win 6% of votes or 1 Lok Sabha seat from the state, or they have to win 3% of total assembly seats or 3 seats, whichever is more. They have to win 1 Lok Sabha seat per 25 seats allotted to the state, or they have to secure 8% of votes in assembly election or Lok Sabha election. So if they have fulfilled any one of these following criteria, then they can be recognized as a state party. Now let us see how a national party is recognized. A political party should secure 6% of votes in 4 or more states in Lok Sabha election, or 4 Lok Sabha, or they have to win 2% of Lok Sabha seats, that is 11 seats from 3 or more states, or they should be recognized as a state party in at least 4 states. So these are the criteria for a national party. If a political party is recognized as a state party or national party, they get extra benefits. So this recognition is re-evaluated after every general election. So these are some of the basic information about the registration of political party. If a political party is registered with the election commission, then it is called as registered unrecognized political party, RUPP. After that, they may get recognition as a state party or national party. So this is how the registration works. Now the election commission is going to delist or remove many of the inactive political parties from the electoral roll. So this is a news. So with this, let us conclude the discussion, and this is a mains question regarding this topic. Interested aspirants can use it. With this, we have come to the end of the discussion. If you like the video, please share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to Shankar IAS Academy YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.